It's time to pause for peace with me, Pastor Jule. Welcome. I wonder how you do with chaos. I wonder how you do when it feels as if the storms of life are raging, everything all around being swirling out of control. You're not alone if you feel this way. In fact, there's a story that Christians turn to in the Gospels, the stories that record the teachings of Jesus and the experiences of Jesus from the viewpoint of those who wrote those texts and those stories down. And there's a story about Jesus being with his followers and the wind whipping up on the Sea of Galilee and the storm just raging all around. And the followers of Jesus who have just seen these amazing works that their teacher has done, their rabbi has done, they are seeing these incredible healings and they're hearing these teachings that are focused on the love of God and the reminders that God's got us. God's got us. God cares for the birds. God will care for you. And the storm whips up on the sea and the disciples are terrified. These people that were actually learning the ways of Jesus and being in his presence every day, it says that they were frightened with a great fright. They were afraid with a great fear. And there are ways in which when it feels like the footing underneath us is not solid, there are ways that we can swirl into chaos and we can feel as if it's all slipping away, maybe even as if we are metaphorically drowning in our work, drowning in our emotions, drowning in our responsibilities. In the story, Jesus wakes up and he calms it all. Now, I wish I could say there is a magic wand that we could wave and calm all of the chaos of our world, of our communities, of our lives. But what I know is that keeping calm amid all of the chaos is our responsibility. What I can do to keep myself peaceful on the inside, what I can do to have that still column within that is grounded deep down into the earth and far beyond into the heavens, if I can live in this centeredness, the chaos can rage around me, and every time that I come back to this stillness, this centered point within me, I can be grounded back in the calm, in the peace, in the stillness that Jesus offers. How do I do that? Well, one way I'd like us to think about keeping ourselves peaceful and maybe even impacting our environment with a little peace is a practice that actually is inspired by the traditions that would have a blessing of the home. This may seem a little weird to you if you've never heard of a blessing of the home. And it's not that difficult to do. In fact, today I want to guide us through an experience of blessing our home, which can be a way to change all of that chaotic energy and change my connection to my environment, so that I can stay in my calm and in my centeredness, and that I can breathe peace out into the world around me. And when we actually move into the spaces where we live and pray for peace in them, set intentions in them, we will begin to experience shifts. We will begin to experience harmony inwardly and with the environment around us. It can be very difficult for many of us, especially if we are not people who are all that orderly to begin with, or who find that things just get faster and faster and faster in the world, and we just don't have time all the time to like keep everything in neat and ordered fashion. There might even be things that happen in the rooms of our homes that kind of almost like keep that energy there. And so the blessing of the home is actually a tradition to clear it all out, to set very positive intentions, and to allow God or the holy or the divine that is within and beyond to come and be a part of that space and literally change our alignment in that space. So you can do one of two things in this Pause for Peace podcast. You literally can move me around to the various spaces of your home, or you can go on a little bit of an inward journey where you are thinking and remembering and setting prayers and intentions in each space of your home, whichever works for you. I'm going to stay where I am. I'm not going to be moving all about my home today, but I'm going to be seeing myself in each of these places. And I invite you to either move to those places in your home or see yourself in each of these places. So if you'll take just a moment to get yourself comfortable, whether you're moving around and you need to like figure out how to like get your device in such a way, you might want to have your hands free while you do this. Or if you're going to stay stationary wherever you are, if you want to lay down, you may do so. If you want to stay seated, you may do so. I'm going to invite you, if you are staying seated or laying down, I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes for a moment. If you're walking about, when you get to the place, we're going to start where you are, but if you're walking about when you get to the place where I'm going to guide us through, you may want to close your eyes there and be setting your intention and having your prayers there at that time. So whatever you're doing, get yourself turned inward for just a moment. If you don't know what that means or how to do that, then I just invite you to focus your attention on your heart space. In the center of your chest is the energy of your heart. This is a portal, if you will, a place to move us inward and be able to interact and connect with the divine that is beyond us and the divine that lives within us. And so when we are in that place of feeling connected inwardly, if you'll take a few deep breaths, release those gently. Another breath inward, and then exhale it. And just for a moment, if you'll do an inward check on what you feel needs to be the overarching theme of your home. So for instance, if you were going about this and you felt like your home was very chaotic, you might want to have your overall theme as we move through the rooms of your home, metaphorically or physically in waking world. You might want to have the overarching theme of this time as bringing a sense of quiet or a sense of order. Maybe you have experienced unsettling things, phone calls that were challenging in that space, perhaps an interaction with a loved one or a friend, or maybe just a sense that we just never respect this space for what its purpose really is. And so having an overarching theme of wanting to have a home that is calm, or wanting to have a home that energetically supports me and lifts me up each day, like inspiring me, whatever that might be, in the quiet Be listening for your overarching theme, your overarching intention for your outer space that we pray will impact your inner space. When you've heard what you want that overarching theme to be, I want us to begin at the front door. Wherever it is you move into the house each day, whether that is in and out of a garage, whether that is at the front door of an apartment, whether that is maybe you enter your home at the back door because a car is parked outside, wherever that actually is. If you'll visualize yourself in that place, and I'm praying that you actually have a home in which you are able to move yourself through and able to have that shelter from the world. So if you're visualizing yourself there, or if you're moving yourself to that place where you always enter in and out, right there, I want you to ground yourself by tapping your feet into the earth. You can heel toe them if that's easier, but tapping your feet into the earth right there and setting an intention that every person who crosses this threshold, including yourself, will enter with the hope of fill in the blank. If you're wanting a home of calm, or a home of harmony, or a home of beauty, or a home of uplifting energy, right now, while we're at that threshold where you enter and exit each day, the prayer that we are asking, the request that we are making to God is that anybody who enters and exits that home will do so with the hope of receiving fill in the blank. And you may even want to listen in the quiet for words that might say, that means this is not welcome here. And whatever the this is, it might be violence, it might be anger, it might be impulsive behavior. Like, this is not welcome here, because I'm setting the attention that everybody who enters and exits through this threshold, through this doorway, will do so in hopes of receiving whatever it is you're wanting to receive. Now, I want you to either move through your home right now or visualize yourself moving from that doorway and into those first few steps. Maybe you have something called a foyer, or maybe you have something that's just like what you might call a mud room. Some people have places where like all the backpacks and all of the shoes and all of whatever we're going in and out each day land. Wherever that is, maybe it's just even a little table where your keys go, or a hook where your keys go, that you might set that intention that as you move into this space, you're releasing whatever gets in the way of each day, anything that has pulled you off center today. You're going to release it just like you're putting down your keys. You're just going to put that down. And then it's like you're putting on the robe of whatever that intention is. If it's putting on the robe of harmony or putting on the robe of peace, as you stand just a few feet from the beginning stages of your home entrance. You might just need to think about, what do I need to let go in this moment? It might not even be something that happens every day, but it could be something that happens every day. It might be like the chaos of my job, or the demands of being out in the world, I just want to leave those here and enter into this home with that intention of receiving your overarching desire. I'm going to ask us to move in a particular pattern, which might mean you have to kind of get yourself far into your home, because our homes are not all in the same layout. But let's imagine that we're moving next, or move yourself next, into your kitchen. And in this kitchen, because we want beauty or harmony or peace, whatever our overarching theme is, let's say a prayer, set an intention that in this space of the kitchen, it will be a space of pure magic, that it will be a space of deep nourishment, that it will be a space where everybody who enters and exits, and each person who is fed through this kitchen, will receive that overarching theme of your home: harmony, balance, joy, whatever it might be. So if you'll be making that inner prayer, don't notice in the kitchen what you feel like you need to get rid of or throw out or is not in order. That's not the intention right now. Right now, I'm just setting that prayer that anybody who eats, who is nourished from this kitchen, might even be a pet, is deeply, deeply satisfied, deeply satiated because of what takes place in this kitchen. Let's move next into the dining room. So many of us may not have dining rooms. It might be a little kitchenette, might just be a little corner. Hopefully you have somewhere that you are able to sit down and actually eat. And hopefully it's not in front of a device or a television or things like that, so that we can set this intention that whoever enters in this place of the dining room will truly be able to have a sense of repose as they receive the good gifts of the earth. And perhaps you even want to set the intention that in this dining room, because you want more laughter in your home, that you're setting the intention that all who gather in this space will bring laughter, will be ready to have eruptive joy, whatever that intention is. But that in this space of the dining room, it will be almost like a sacred, holy space, a hallowed space, where you and your friends and your family and your pets, whoever it is, you and the ancestors from beyond with whom you feast together in your dining room, whatever it is you're doing there in that dining room, that it will always be in a way that brings rejuvenation to all who receive the great gifts from the earth in that dining room. Let's move ourselves into a living room. You might have a gathering spot in which people can just sit down, where you might actually relax now and again. We call that a den sometimes, or a living room, some kind of space where you can gather that's away from a television or away from a dining room. Hopefully you have some place where you can just live and you can just relax. And you might even see this as the hub of the home, where everybody gathers. Everybody's out in the world each day, but this is a place where we can come back to. After we're finished with eating, we're ready to just relax a little bit. So let's imagine ourselves in our living room. And if you don't have a room like this, then imagine yourself in whichever room you're spending the most time in your house. It'd be interesting to even be reflecting on how much time you're actually spending at your house. It could be a whole lot or a very little. Hopefully you're finding balance in all of that. So as we're here in this living room, maybe for a moment, feel the energy of this room. If you're not able to feel the energy literally or be in that room, then imagine what the energy of that room is. Is it loud? Is it chaotic? Is it boisterous? Is it silent? Does it feel vacant? Perhaps because one that you love is no longer with you in this space. So listening to your living room, listening to what needs to take place in there, reflecting on the experiences you have in that room. If you'll then set your intention, make your prayer, you're setting your intention for that overarching theme of your home to take place here in the living room, this hub where you are called to live, really live, fully live. We're going to actually cover 2 more rooms, and some of us have more rooms than that, but we're just going to cover 2 more rooms. So let's move ourselves into the bathroom. You have some kind of toilet or restroom or bathroom. Maybe it's a powder room, maybe it's a full bath, whatever it might be. Move yourself into the bathroom, preferably the place where you use that facility the most. Move yourself into that room. Hopefully it's vacant for you to do so right now. If you live with more than one people, that can be tricky, I know. Move into this bathroom. First of all, giving great thanks for modern plumbing, for actually having an indoor bathroom if you do have that. You may be somewhere where you're using a compost toilet because that is the situation in which you are living, but in some sort of way that you have a bathroom. I'm thinking about what the function of a bathroom is. In dream work, in which I'm trained in Jungian dream work, we talk about bathrooms as a place of release, a place of cleansing, a place of purification and sort of like letting go of what needs to be shed. And so as we are in this bathroom, metaphorically or physically in our home, be grateful that you have such a place, that things don't get backed up inside of you. So be grateful for this place and for the modern convenience of a bathroom, especially most all of us living in these United States. Most all of us have access to at least one bathroom. So be grateful for that. If we have a home, we likely have a bathroom. Let's set the intention in this room to release with ease. So many of us, when we're living chaotically, we can get grippy, possessive. And so to be able to release with ease is one way to just roll with the chaos that can come in life. So releasing with ease here in this bathroom. Let's set that intention for you and all who use this space to be able to release with ease. And let's also set the intention in this room that this is a room in which I prepare myself to move out and face the world. Whether that means I'm literally doing hair and makeup, or whether that means I'm shaving my face, or whether that means I am looking in the mirror to see like, okay, am I ready to go? Whether that means I'm maybe even hiding out in the bathroom for just a moment so I can go and face the world. Some people actually will go to parties and they'll go spend time in the bathroom so that they can get away from it all for just a minute, especially if they are empathic kind of people who pick up on all the energies around them. They just need a place to go and chill for a moment, and a bathroom can be that kind of place as well. Because again, I'm going to release the chaos in the bathroom. I'm going to release what's not needed anymore. The waste of my life is released in the bathroom. And remembering that overarching theme for your home, let's invite God, the holy, the divine, to bring that into the bathroom so that all who enter and exit this bathroom will actually bring that sense of excitement of life, or that sense of adventure, or that overarching sense of inner balance, whatever your overarching theme for your home is right now. And the final room I'm going to invite us to move into is our bedroom. And I should have mentioned an office. So if you have an office space somewhere that you're working at home, or are able to even do any kind of clerical kind of book work, financial work to run your home, then you can add that one in quick as well. If you don't have an office or somewhere you work at home, it's okay. Let's just move ourselves into the bedroom. Many of us use our bedrooms for a whole lot of reasons. The main purpose of a bedroom is to rest. Sometimes we are with somebody else in our bedroom, sometimes we're alone, and ultimately to be able to have a sanctuary, this space where the only thing that's allowed in here is that which will truly allow me to let down my guard and just be. This is what we want to set the intention for in this bedroom. That nothing but love will go from this space. Nothing but that which will restore me takes place in this space. That which will restore me, replenish me in this space, the bedroom. This is a place of refuge and of rest. And if we have the agency to do so, it serves us well to be very cautious about what we allow in our bedroom for so many reasons, so that every night we can lay down in rest, which reminds me of that beautiful Celtic prayer that is actually something, as I go to bed, I rehearse this ancient Celtic understanding, this Celtic Christian understanding of I lie down in peace tonight and God lies down with me. I lie down in peace tonight and Christ lies down with me. I lie down in peace tonight and Spirit lies down with me. And for the ancient Celtic people who honored Saint Bridget and who honored this manifestation of the divine that they came to know in Bridget, they would also add, I lie down in peace tonight and Bridget lies down with me. To have that kind of a ritual where I'm setting the intention for peace. And if you're a dreamer, or if you're not a dreamer and you want to be, then also setting that intention that as I lie down in peace this night, Dream Maker will bring a dream for me, that which I need to know for my healing in the waking world, for my flourishing in my waking world. So we're inviting that rest in our bedroom. And before we depart this pause for peace, let us move ourselves back to the exit and entrance of this place where we call home. And let's be back in that spot if you're standing there, or if you now have kind of come full circle in your imagination, if you'll bring yourself back to that spot. Once again, ground yourself there in that spot. Bring to mind that overarching intention that you have set, that hope that you have for all who enter there. Because this is also the point where we exit. Wherever you're entering and exiting, it may even be a different door, but wherever you're exiting, be in that spot right now. And that we set the intention, that overarching intention for our home is what we bring out with us into the world. So if my overarching intention for my home was a sense of amazing beauty, then my intention will be that I move forth into the world with amazing beauty, to actually embody beauty for the delight of others, for the enjoyment of this world. Whatever that overarching theme has been. As I exit, as anybody exits, that's what my intention is they take out of this house with them. It's almost like if it's all paint, like imagine your entire house is paint, and you go inside, you're going to get some of that paint all over you. And that as you move out into the world, you're going to have that same paint on you, so that you will move out into the world differently because you've been in this space of your home. And we set this intention as we are departing this blessing of our home. We set this intention for it to be so. We set this intention for it to be so. If you are ready to open your eyes, if you have been taking this tour in your home through your internal world, if you'll open your eyes back once again when you're ready. If you're standing at the exit of your door, you're welcome to go make yourself comfortable wherever, or go on out there into the world and be a person who is going with calm and peace and great intention, so that whatever the storms around us that rage in this world, that we will be a center point of amazing stillness and calm. This is a way we can be a blessing to all the world. It's been good to be with you today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. And I hope you will notice how you feel as you enter and exit your home now, because you've been about this ritual to bless your home. Blessings. See you next week.